Ah, but you see, gather round and let me spin you the tale of the legendary Scarlet Saber. The legend of the Scarlet Saber did not begin with the ship itself, but with the fiery heart of the crew that sailed her. She was more than just a ship, you see. She was a living, breathing testament to the unyielding spirit of adventure and the unbreakable bond of a crew forged in the fires of adversity. We faced the Imperial Navy's fiercest, led by the notorious Captain Grimsby and his Iron Leviathan. I remember well how we were outnumbered, outgunned, but never outfought. It was with cunning that we outwitted the Leviathan, sending them to the heart of a raging storm, lost and bewildered in their own arrogance. The night was thick with an eerie mist, the moon casting a ghostly glow on the choppy waters as the Scarlet Saber cut through the waves with purpose. In the distance, the imposing silhouette of the Iron Leviathan loomed, its cannons gleaming in the faint light. I could feel the tension crackling in the air, the salty breeze carrying the scent of gunpowder and anticipation. "Steady, me hearties," I bellowed, my voice cutting through the tremulous wind. "Prepare the starboard cannons, and stand ready to repel the boarding parties." As the Iron Leviathan drew closer, its massive frame casting a shadow over us, I could see the determination etched on the faces of my crewmates. We were a mismatched bunch. Some seasoned sea dogs, others mere lads hungry for adventure, but all united by a common cause, the defense of our freedom and the pride of our ship. The first cannon roared, the deck shuddered beneath our feet as the Scarlet Saber answered the challenge with a thunderous volley. Yet it became apparent that our firepower was not enough to dent the Iron Leviathan's fortified hull. The cannons spat fire and metal, tearing through our rigging and splintering our masts. "Man the bilge! Brace for impact!" I yelled, my voice downed in the chaos of battle. The deck was slick with seawater and blood, and the cries of the wounded bleeding and howling with the wind. But amidst the mayhem, I heard the voice of Mr. Sin. "Captain, the storm be getting worse for a minute, but the wind be howling like a pack of demons and the waves be growling like monsters. We need to act fast or we be at the mercy of the sea's fury, the sails straining and the rigging be creaking like an old ghost ship. If we don't adjust course, we'll be in the belly of this squall before you know it. What be the orders, Captain? Shall we reef the sails and ride it out, or alter our heading and steer clear of this devil's brew? Time be of the essence. For Neptune himself be testing our metal tonight, and to make matters worse, they be firing their cannons upon us, the scurvy dogs. We be caught betwixt the wrath of the sea and the thunder of the guns. What be your orders, Captain? How shall we answer this infernal storm with the fending of those dogs on the deep?" And with a cunning eye, I looked square at Mr. Sin. "Redirect the sails. Let's guide this tempest to our advantage." And with the skill of seasoned seafarers, we deftly adjusted our sails, aiming to harness the full wrath of the brewing tempest. The heavens themselves seemed to swell with anger, casting their dark shroud over the turbulent sea, as if sensing the impending chaos of titans. And there, the Iron Leviathan, a behemoth in its own right, charged forth with the arrogance that betrayed its imminent downfall, ignorant to the intricacies of the treacherous trap we had laid in wait. As the storm gathered its strength, the wind howled and the waves surged, engulfing the Leviathan in a maelstrom of chaos. The sea, stirred by the tempest's wrath, rose up in towering walls, crashing over the Iron Leviathan's sides, swallowing its cannons raw. In the midst of that tumult, my eyes blazed with fierce determination. Seizing an opportunity amongst the fury, I steered the Scarlet Saber with the cunning of a seasoned navigator. With a resounding battle cry that pierced through the tremulous din, I ordered my crew, "Brace for impact! Unleash the cannons!" their aim true despite the tremulous conditions. Fire and iron roared and spat from the belly of the Scarlet Saber. I maneuvered the Scarlet Saber with the grace of a predator. The two ships collided, their hulls groaning under the strain of the tremulous sea. I, with my cutlass drawn and me heart ablaze with the fury of the storm, faced Captain Grimsby of the Iron Leviathan. The rain poured down in torrents, mixing with the spray of the raging sea, as I stood upon the deck of the Scarlet Saber, me cutlass drawn and me eyes fixed on Captain Grimsby of the Iron Leviathan. His figure emerged like a dark silhouette through the haze. The lightning illuminated his grim visage. Our ships rocked and creaked, locked in the fierce embrace of the storm, as we prepared to settle our score with steel and fury. The clash of thunder seemed to harmonize with the pounding of our hearts, both of us standing steadfast as the world around us raged. Grimsby's eyes blazed with an intensity that matched my own, a reflection of the unyielding spirit that defined us both. The salt-soaked air crackled with anticipation, the taste of salt and metal mingling in my mouth, as the time for words had long passed and the only language of swords remained. With the swiftness of a striking serpent, Grimsby lunged, his blade slicing through the air with precision. I parried with equal ferocity, the clash of our blades ringing in the heavens above. Our footwork was a dance of death upon the slick deck, each step a gamble with the unforgiving sea below. The storm howled around us, the wind threatening to tear us apart, but we were consumed by our own tempest, our own jewel that transcended the chaos of the elements. Each swing, each thrust carried the weight of our crews, the honor of our flags, the legacy of our names. The lightning flashed, casting eerie shadows that danced with our silhouettes, locked in this eternal struggle. And with a final resounding clash, I found an opening. My blade found its mark, and Grimsby staggered, his defiance echoing in the storm's roar before he fell. His figure swallowed by the tremulous sea, and his form vanished beneath the churning waves. The Scarlet Saber's crew erupted with a thunderous cheer, and their voices carried by the winds that were witness to our epic duel. With a tremendous crack, the Leviathan's deck surged and her back was broken. My crew, with the agility born of battle, swiftly made our way back to the Scarlet Saber, their determination unwavering even as the sea threatened to swallow us whole. With a collective effort that spoke of the camaraderie that bound us, we steered our ship clear of the Leviathan's sinking form, determined not to meet the same fate as that doomed behemoth. The tremulous waves roared with their approval as we escaped the clutches of the storm and the remnants of our fallen adversary. The Scarlet Saber cutting through the tempest as a beacon of resilience and triumph. The Scarlet Saber, battered but victorious, emerged from the tempest's grip, her tattered sails billowing triumphantly in the howling wind, with the legacy of our triumph etched in the fabric of the ocean's fury. My crew and I, our spirits unyielding like the tempest that carried us, continued our journey, another story richer. Yet, our story wasn't just about battles and victories. Of course you know of Marina and her enigmatic presence and prophetic guidance, who saved us from the wraith of many a tempest. And of course, the Scarlet Saber's deck wasn't just a stage for conflict. There was the Hanu with their graceful leaps and agile maneuvers. They were a sight to behold. The very soul of the ship they were, bringing laughter and mischief to our days at sea. Yet like all the great tales, ours had its share of darkness. There was a mutiny that threatened to tear us asunder, and though it were swiftly quelled, for no crew challenges the authority of their captain, loyalty above all else is the currency that keeps the ship afloat. As I recall, it was one of those stormy nights at the ports, where the rain battered the rooftops and the wind howled through the alleys. The kind of night where even the toughest of pirates might prefer a warmth of a hearth than the treacherous sea. Aye, but that's a tale for next time. And if you like me stories, and you stick around, I might just tell it to you.